Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all a Best of Beauty 2023 preview. I'd asked you all for a little bit of feedback whether or not you wanted to see my Best of Beauty earlier, later, like at the end of December, and what kinds of videos you wanted to see. Obviously with Cyber Monday, like Black Friday deals going, a lot of you thought it would be helpful to have that video, but others also wanted to see like the later hour-long video. So what we're doing in today's video is I'm giving you a preview. I picked one product from every category that is not only going to be my best of beauty for 2023, it's also on sale right now for Cyber Monday, Black Friday. So that those of you that want the full shebang will definitely still get it. And that for those of you that did want to take advantage of the sales and you're wondering what is going to be in the best of beauty, well, this is just a little taste of that. You're getting full demos as always. I love providing those for you guys. So if you find the video helpful, if you really enjoy it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really, really does help me out. And if you're new, hi, my name's Amanda. I love providing nuanced, in-depth reviews on my channel. I really hope you enjoy them. So if you do, would love to have you back. Also, I apologize, my voice is going just a little bit. We're gonna go in application order in this video. And also, side note, I am going to leave like a list of the Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals that I thought were especially attractive, aside from the ones I'm going to be talking about within the Best of Beauty. So just some other sale recommendations that could be nice to have on hand. But let's first talk about the primer that is certainly going to be in my upcoming Best of Beauty full-length video, which is the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. With this time of the year hitting, obviously it's winter, and I personally, this time of year, really need an exceptional prep product for my skin. It's kind of a make or break for a makeup look 100% of the time. If I don't do a good job prepping my skin, especially because I do have more normal to dry skin, if I'm not prepping my skin before I put on foundation, very rarely will the whole look come together the way that I want it to. The Merit Great Skin does such an exceptional job of moisturizing the skin, keeping it feeling plump and hydrated and not uncomfortable once the makeup goes on, which maybe you guys can relate to that feeling when you're not feeling well. Like if you're sick, if your skin is just a little bit lackluster or dry because of this time of year, having a product that sinks into the skin but also makes it feel overall really plump, I think is key. And this gives you this immediate, my skin is doing well look, which some products just cannot deliver without also adding a ton of emollients and feeling like it's almost slipping all over the face. This does such a beautiful job of sinking into the skin while offering that beautiful radiance. Such a staple for this time of the year, but I've been using it consistently since I tried it. I absolutely love the Merit signature lipsticks. You guys know that. I mean, I'm sure you'll see those also in Best of Beauty 2023, but this, I think, is my favorite Merit product that has been released. It, I think, is absolutely inspired. Now, another favorite for this time of the year as well, for foundation, I wanted to give you guys this pick, and I also am going to sneak in a second one just because, you know, I can't help myself, but Kosas Revealer Foundation, I had to give this one a mention specifically because, again, this time of the year, I don't know about you guys, my skin is feeling a little bit more sensitized, and there are days where I just don't want to feel like my makeup is working against my skin. And I've just found that when I use this, my skin feels good. Not only that, because that's also good, it's really nice to have makeup on the face that feels comforting, but also just the appearance on the skin is really lovely. It does such a good job of adding this instant medium coverage that looks very fresh. Kosas has done a really good job of kind of merging that higher coverage with a product that also looks very skin-like. I really enjoy it overall. I'm actually pretty fascinated by the formula every time I go back and use it because it's more of a skincare based formula. It just, for me, I see the care that went into this formula, and I really love when my makeup, I noticed that and understand that this isn't just your run-of-the-mill foundation with a brand's name slapped on it. I really appreciate what Kosas does with their base products, especially. On that note, the concealer that I wanted to mention, and by the way, Merit is 20% off site-wide right now, and Kosas is 25% off site-wide. This is no surprise. The Kosas Revealer Concealer will be mentioned in Best of Beauty 2023. No surprises here, and especially, again, during this time of year, I really want to have a concealer under my eyes that is forgiving on texture, especially if I'm dealing with a lot of dryness. It is just such a beautifully consistent product that no matter how tired I am, just like the general hecticness of the holidays, just the general hecticness of life, my eyes always look that much more refreshed when I am using this. Great for more deep set hollowness under the eyes. It is always something that I have in my makeup bag. Now let's talk about bronzer. I have been teasing a couple of products that are going to be in Best of Beauty 2023 already on my Instagram, so feel free to follow me over there if you guys don't. But this is absolutely a bronzer that you will be seeing in that video, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. Look at that, guys. I feel like it is so rare to hit pan like that when literally I'm testing so much makeup, but that is really just a testament to how much I love this cream bronzer. I am such a picky lady when it comes to cream bronzer. There are so many that go slipping and sliding all over the face. Also, I'm gonna throw it out there. I have hair on my face, so certain formulas actually won't stick to hair like that is on the face, which I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say, like, very natural to have hair on your face. And when you're dealing with these really silicone rich formulas, sometimes the silicone doesn't really know where to go when there's hair in between the skin and the makeup, and it leaves a very choppy look. What is so beautiful about this formula is it does not do that. It immediately sticks where you put it, but not in a way that isn't blendable. It's beautiful because you get excellent control, but you also get the blendability of some of these other formulas that don't have that kind of control. So honestly, just a perfect storm. This shade Fair, beautiful. Some more lighter bronzers just look straight up orange. This one is especially beautiful if you have fair skin with more of a yellow to neutral undertone. My undertone is neutral, and I absolutely love this shade. Charlotte Tilbury is doing, I believe, 25% off if you spend a certain amount, but they're also doing buy one, get one with this bronzer, which, not gonna lie, is a little bit tempting for me because I love it and I'm also like running out, and my sister loves it. I was trying out another bronzer and my sister knows, like, I think you'll like this one. She looked at her face, she's like, it's nothing compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. She's like, get the Charlotte Tilbury out of my face. And I was like, say no more. Another Charlotte Tilbury product, the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. This is the Pillow Talk shade. It is what is on my cheeks today. By the way, everything that I'm talking about in today's video is also on my face. I want you guys to be able to get a visual, just one more visual for you guys. Obviously, I just find it to be more helpful that way. But anyway, so the reason I absolutely love this blush formula is, and by the way, I was not expecting much from this formula. I was just holding out hope that it would be amazing, but there was just a part of me that wasn't sure how good the formula was going to be. But it really is that good. The blendability is so beautiful. It has this the way it spreads over the skin so evenly, thinly, and just the formula is so flexible. It really reminds me why we pay a little bit extra for a luxury formula. It does feel like a little bit more of a luxurious version of like the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. So if you're a fan of those, but you want a formula that's a a little bit less pigmented, a little bit easier to work with if you want to spend a little bit more money on ease of use and just that kind of product that you can kind of apply without a mirror. That's this kind of formula, but it's very similar. It has this smoothing effect. The overall pigment is really blendable and even, but it's just taken down a notch. One of the best blushes that has released this year in my book, so I wanted to give this one a mention. I also really love the Pink Pop shade, which I was not expecting to like. My favorite is definitely Pillow Talk. I did forget to mention the other like foundation favorite. This winter, I've been really loving pulling back out my IT Cosmetics CC cream because it does such a good job with textured flaking skin. The reason I have loved the IT Cosmetics CC cream for a long time is it's like the quickest way to get medium coverage, a lot of freshness onto the skin, and also adding and imparting this bit of moisture. So especially if you're dealing with like dry, flaking skin, really sallow skin, it just does such a beautiful job of like really making everything look very put together very quickly. And I've relied on it for years. I think I've been using it probably since, I want to say like 2015. It's really such a beautiful one, and it also is half off, I think, just today on a cosmetic site. I'll leave a link down to it below. But I wanted to mention this specifically because I've been using it a lot as of recent. Obviously, I'm slightly under the weather. Nice to have a product on hand that adds this really pretty freshness to the skin when it doesn't exactly look fresh. Kit is over there in her bed like sighing. I locked her out of the studio for like 2 seconds. She got very upset with me. Now, let's talk about the eyes. I am so excited to share this product with you all again. If you've been watching my channel all year, you'll remember when I first found this palette because I really couldn't stop talking about it. But it is time again to give a shout out to the Lorac Pro Noir palette. An absolutely gorgeous palette. I don't understand how more people do not talk about it and how just like fantastic it is. It's seriously one of the best palettes I've ever used in my life, especially if you are into the same eye looks that I am. If you like this little bit of a matte powder wing, like just eyeshadow, and you want that gorgeous, glossy, wet sparkle, textures that are just so easy and effortless to work with, like they actually stick to the eyes, they're blendable, also have lasting power, it is this palette. In particular, I love that it is more cool toned, but you also have a range of mattes to really intensify or lighten up and make any of these shades more everyday. I mean, look at the wet glossiness of this eye look. I'm telling you, this eye look took me maybe 5 minutes, and it just looks like it took a lot longer. What I like doing is essentially kind of carving out a little bit of a look. I'll do something into the crease, a little bit of depth onto the outer corners, not quite a wing yet, and then I'll add one of these taupey wet sparkles all over the lid. Take the white glossy sparkle and add that just to the middle, and then go back in with one of the deeper shades to add the wing. That's typically the route that I go with this palette, but it is a wildly underrated and exceptional palette. If you're someone that absolutely loves something like the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette, the I Need a Nude palette from Natasha Denona, any of the palettes from the Moondust line, I would urge you to check out this palette. It is beautiful. I can't believe that this palette is on sale for like $23 right now, so I'll leave a link to it down below, but that just seems like criminal to me. It just, I mean, I love it, but like it's kind of blows my mind that that kind of formula, that vision could be like 23 bucks. Just a really exceptional deal. I love that it isn't giant and it is secure. Like I can travel with it, which some of the other palettes that I was talking about, like it's less travel friendly. It's such a good one, guys. I am very excited that I pulled it back out and have been using it again. You'll hear more about it in my upcoming Best of Beauty. Now for mascara, the Ritual Defy Levitation Lash. I know some of you might have been expecting me to say another one, another mascara I've been loving, but you'll see that in my other video. But I wanted to mention this one in specific because it's what is on my lashes right now. And I'm just finding that for these really sultry, fluttery kind of looks, I've been reaching for this one a lot. I love how long wear it is. That kind of just bedroom eye fluffy lash that really frames the eyes beautifully, and this just does it every time. I am never displeased with it. I think at the end of the day with makeup, I go back to products that are very dependable, and I know that I'm going to like the look every time and like the performance, and this just hits it every time. But Credo is still doing their 20% off sale, I believe, site-wide. I just did like a full video with them on like all of my favorites, so feel free to check that out because there's a lot that I love at Credo, but I wanted to specifically mention this mascara because it will be in Best of Beauty 2023. Now for the lips. This is not going to be a surprise to some of you. The Hourglass Volumizing Glossy Lips, definitely one of the best lip products I have used this year. Oh my gosh. This is the shade Rise. It's just like a very easy kind of neutral shade for every day. In general, I have fallen in love with them because the formula is just incredibly comfortable on the lips. It adds this gorgeous glossiness and it really fills in the lines of the lips in a way that I need, especially this time of the year when my lips aren't doing well. It does a good job of kind of plumping them up without it being like an uncomfortable plump. Like really it's just kind of like a slight mint kind of feeling. The shades are excellent and I love that it's the right amount of pigment. There are so many gloss stick formulas out there and a lot of them I have found add way too much pigment. Like they just end up looking messy on the lips. These do an incredible job of giving you that like sophisticated glossy look. The colors are so dialed in and pretty. The lips look really voluminous and the formula is more balmy. It's not oily or slippy. It sticks where you place it while also just being in general very sophisticated and expensive looking on the lips. They are doing 20% off site-wide. Side note, Hourglass Scattered Light in Ray is also going to be in Best of Beauty 2023 in case you wanted like a preview of that, another Hourglass product. But yeah, for now, this is the mainstay. I'm really giving away too much of that upcoming video, so I'm gonna stop doing that now. Just a couple more favorites. For setting mist, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I gotta tell you, my makeup has been saved many times at this point this year from this makeup setting mist. It is the best setting mist that mattifies but not too much. It kind of just makes it look like you had a very soft kind of veil of powder put all over the face, which sometimes I don't want to powder the face, so this is really good for that. I like that it mattifies, but it doesn't dry out or crackle all the makeup off. But if I need my makeup to last all night and it's like an important day, like an event, this always, like I go out of my way to find this. And if I can't find it in my beauty room, I'm like ripping stuff apart to try and find it because it's just that peace of mind that I know my makeup will last that much longer. And my sister has noticed it too. I put her onto it and she's like, I started using it and I noticed a significant difference in the longevity of my makeup when I started using it. I'm like, I got you, girl. Now I wanted to mention two other random favorites. Décolletant is definitely going to be in Best of Beauty for 2023. It's become kind of my signature fragrance and it is 20% off still at Credo. Oh my gosh. So Décolletant is that really perfect blend of amber, bergamot, and vanilla. It's just the balance. It's able to be really sexy and kind of edgy while also adding that sweet note that doesn't make it go too stiff. Like it kind of warms up a little bit and it makes it feel, for me at least, a little bit more skin-like and I guess not as clearly a fragrance. Like that added note of vanilla makes it feel a little bit more natural to me, at least on my skin. And it's absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend really any Dead Cool fragrance. I think they're all very beautiful in their own way, and I feel like they have something for everyone. You can get their like half an ounce of fragrance for like $24 right now, which I just think is insane. It's an absolutely beautiful one. And lastly, I know I don't talk a ton about nail care on my channel, but this is probably my most used nail polish on my channel, and throughout I've been doing a lot of declutter videos over this year. This is usually the nail polish that I'm wearing. I'm wearing it today. From London Town. It's the Illuminating Nail Concealer, and this is the pink version, but they have right now this little gift set of all of the different shades for like, I think it's like regularly $25, and they're doing like 30% off site-wide. So I wanted to call that out to you all, but I'll try to find the best deal for it in particular. But I also put my sister onto this one as well, and it's just so good, especially if you don't like a high maintenance nail color. I don't get my nails done. What I do is just like, you know, try and maintain them as best as I can, and I use like 1 or 2 coats of this. 2 coats will get you something a little bit more milky like this. 1 coat, it just looks like you have really, really nice nails. And it is truly like a nail concealer. It just makes it look like you have really good nails, like just naturally. I'm probably up for a redo on them, but honestly, I have never gotten so many compliments on my nails ever until this year. I don't think that it's a coincidence that I've been using this. So that was my preview of Best of Beauty for 2023. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you're subscribed for Best of Beauty 2023, like the full length video, because that's going to be intense. It's going to be probably an hour long, but it's also like one of my favorite videos to film of like the year. I'll leave links to all of the sales that I talked about down below and just all the products. But thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one.